بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا عشت لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حصنتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 حماك الإله سرور السماء أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان عاش العلم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفديك بالدماء نرويك نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن
أعزائي المشاهدين، كما عودناكم في برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي، أن نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. ولهذا الأسبوع قصة نجاح أتتنا من باكستان، السيدة حميدة عارف والسيد محمد عارف. Good afternoon Mr. Muhammad and Madam Hamida.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام. At the first, we will always woman first, we can say.
Alhamdulillah.
We will start with the first woman who is the first electrical engineer, started from Pakistan.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Can we know Madam Hamida more about your education and who is Hamida?
Did my engineering in Pakistan from NED Engineering College,
MashaAllah.
and then I joined Philips Pakistan, and they sent me to Europe for 2 years with Philips Holland. I was in Philips Holland for 2 years, got married, and then came back to Dubai.
Which year that was?
And we came to Dubai in 1978.
76. Sorry.
76.
Sorry for correction.
Right, sir?
76 we came to Dubai.
MashaAllah. We would like also to know more about Muhammad. Who is Muhammad? How he came to UAE and what he was doing before when he came to UAE.
I am from Pakistan, Muhammad Arif Chara. I did my post-graduation in electronics, and I worked for 7 years in Philips Pakistan, 2 years in Europe, and 14 years in Al-Futam Electronics Sanyo here
Great.
as a marketing manager.
Mr. Muhammad, can we know which year we start our own company, Electrical Avenue?
Yeah, I started in April 1990, so it is now 30 years that I am heading this company.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Madam Hamida, today, MashaAllah, you build a strong name in UAE and we visit you. We want to know more about your story, but we will come to the employees who we can call our backbone. Madam Hamida, can we know how we select the team who work with you and how we see their experience or how we training them always to keep them always updated?
We have got about 70 employees together, mashallah. Basically, when we are looking for an employee, we do see that he has got the local experience in Dubai.
Great.
Secondly, he should speak not only one language, preferably 2 to 3 languages. And of course, he needs to be fully aware of computers. Because our company is 100% computerized.
Great.
100% computerized. So we need a person who joins us should be a computer literate and speaks languages.
MashaAllah. Mr. Muhammad, can we know more about Electric Avenue, what you are serving and what you are selling and what product you have and what brand under you?
Yeah, very good question.
Thank you.
I would like to explain you from the beginning. From this very childhood, I was fond of working on new items, new ideas, And I also had a desire to become a businessman because I was watching my elder brother, Mr. Muhammad Arun Chara, and he's an inspiration to me. So when I was working with Al-Futem for 14 years, I had reached to a level whereby I was not learning anything new.
Right.
I was repeating the same routine jobs, because I had reached to a senior level. So I decided to follow my childhood dream of having a new DIY products goal in my mind and starting a business. So I left them in April 1990 to launch my own company. Next question, sir. Anything more?
For Madam, you want to add something about your specialized field?
At the moment, I'm 100% looking after the finances for this company,
Okay.
the administrative part of it.
Your experience, it's built the name of your company, I'm sure for that. But before the experience, we have to be more strong and more open with our customer to give them a good quality of product. What you are focusing exactly on the product, what you are selling to your people.
Can I answer that question?
Yes, sure.
Now, I would like to continue further. So when I left Al-Futem, I started my own company. In April 1990, I would try to tell you some difficulties that I have gone through so that all young Emiratis can be inspired or can learn from my experience. No?
Right.
So when I was about to open my office in April 1990. 3-4 months later, on 2nd August, Iraq attacked Kuwait.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
everything was going down. People were leaving all the GCC countries. There was absolutely no business. The people were only buying water and food items. So my target goal, my dream, was going down the drain. During that time, also my financial partner, he decided to quit me. He said he's not interested to invest money here because of the war-like situation.
Right. 92.
The war had not started actually, but the war was about to start in December or January 1991, according to their USA plan. So during those 6-7 months, I was just trying to consume my saving, whatever little I had.
Okay.
This was a difficult time for me. Secondly, during that time, whatever saving I had was lost in a bank which collapsed during that time. So I was totally broke. I was back on the road. Now remember, I was working in a senior position in Al-Futem with 170 people under me with 4 divisional managers. I had to direct the people, not doing anything. Now from that level, I came down back on the road. How to do this, how to struggle the situation, how to fight the situation. No money in the pocket and or no products to sell, no business in the market also.
Right.
How to struggle the situation. I decided to do some odd jobs, which were not in my blood. I decided to print the year-end diaries, 1990 gift diaries, sunshades, coffee mugs, ball pens, every odd thing I will do, greeting cards to keep me busy and survive. This was a very, very difficult time because I was fighting internally, emotionally, that why I don't go back to the corporate level jobs where I had lots of comforts sitting on the table.
And make sure the salary end of the month you will get.
Exactly.
And the
absolutely.
bonus end of the year.
And the bonus.
Right.
So this was a lot of internal struggle between the mind and the heart as to what I'm doing to follow my dream. Is it correct?
Right.
Big question. Now during that time, I also got 2 lucrative job offers. Sanyo agent in Saudi Arabia, he called me because I had a good rapport with Sanyo people in Japan. So Sanyo agent, with a wealthy person from Saudi Arabia, he called me to join him. The offer was very lucrative, very, very lucrative. So those 2 lucrative jobs made me disturbance in my mind and heart, that should I go back to the corporate level or should I follow my dream?
Right.
I had some sleepless nights to reconsider, my dream. However, I decided to follow my dream. And once I decided to follow my dream, I was a very strong person internally.
Right.
Because I have rejected 2 good offers, I'm sure I can follow my dream. And that decision helped me. Now, after I did this, and I decided to follow my dream, I faced first problem. The first problem was my financial, as I told you. I lost money in the bank, and I had nothing in my pocket, and I started doing odd jobs like I told you. A situation came whereby my daughter was studying in high school, and I had no money to pay the school fees. I got a notice from the school that either remove her or pay the fees. I approached the school authorities. They took some post-dated checks, and I also approached some of my relatives and friends to give me the loan. Two of my persons who helped me, I should mention the names here, is my brother-in-law, Mr. Ali Mohtaram, Canada based. He helped me a lot, and I should thank him. Another friend, Mr. Muhammad Arif from Aha Trading, also he helped me a lot, and I should thank him now. With those small loans, somebody gave me 10,000, somebody gave me 25,000, I collected some 100,000 from various friends and relatives, and started paying to my supplier, because my biggest problem was that my supplier would ask me for a cash.
Right.
But in the market, I have to give 90, 120 days credit.
Wow.
How do I roll the money? Because once I pay to my supplier and I get my money back, it will take 5 to 6 months.
Right.
So only the rolling of the money had a big problem. This was one situation. So another situation came that I had no money to replace my toned shoes. I was wearing toned shoes, in the hot summer. I had absolutely no money. Can you believe I was putting petrol in my car with coins?
Wow.
4 dirham, 5 dirham, I would put. But however, the situation was running, and the more the time was passing, I was getting more and more energetic, that I should hit my dream. After that, in the war started in 1991 and finished in maybe March 1991. Situation looked very good here. And I then decided to have more funds to follow my dream. I approached banks totally refused. They are not interested to give me loans. I tapped various sources. Again, I approached some of the friends and they gave me more money. I collected 100,000 and I decided to tap some Chinese suppliers of the new items and new ideas, new products. This is what. Once I started, because the new ideas were my unique ideas, I was making little more profit. Those products were not in the market. So I started making little more profits. My capital getting better, multiplying, rather than selling a normal item, I would say unique items. So this is how the business came up. Third problem that I was facing was an emotional struggle inside my mind and heart, as I told you. I had a team of 170 people and they were doing everything for me. I was always on the table. And when I came to my business, I was on the floor. I had to do everything.
You start from the first.
Fresh. I had to go to the seaport, airport to clear the consignment, make the delivery to the distributor shop, explain them the item. When the customer is coming to my office, I'm making tea for them, I'm washing the cups, everything I'm doing. Now that was a big struggle inside. Why I'm doing all this? My mind will say, why I'm doing all this? Go back to the corporate life. But my heart would say, no, continue this. I overcome this struggle also. The fourth struggle was between, I didn't have the knowledge of the DIY item, what I'm in now. Just for information, we have a Terminator brand and we have 2,500 products on this brand name, sold in 35 countries. And this has become a very prime brand, electrical, approved by the Dubai municipality. We are approved by Chamber of Commerce certificate. So I would always try to learn something from the Chinese supplier, from the magazines, or everywhere I was learning. And I was trying to throw new ideas. Alhamdulillah, I succeeded. In 10 years, the company was coming to the profit in 10 years. Then I decided to have my own brand after 10 years because I was capable, I had little finances, and I launched a Terminator brand.
Great. Madam Hamida, the important things to training our employees also, can we know how you training them?
Oh yes, as I told you, we are fully computerized, and naturally the boys, when they come in, they know computers, but they are not very much familiar with the ERP solutions which we use. We use SAP. So individually, every salesperson, every accounts people has been trained in the office by my finance manager on SAP. And now every salesman who is in the market has got his own tabs whereby he can access the inventory and immediately reply to the customer. The training has been given in the office by our finance manager.
The important things after sales service, can we know where is Electric Avenue after sales service?
Oh,
Can I-
yes, that is his.
Yes.
Can I say something? You know, as I told you in the warehouse, I'm an engineer. So what I do first, we select A-class suppliers. We don't import from C or B class suppliers. And what I do, when I visit the exhibitions in Hong Kong, China or Taiwan, I first buy their samples. I don't import looking at the sample in their booth in the exhibition. I will buy their samples, I open it. When I bring the samples, I study them.
Great.
Then I visit their factories. I don't order.
That is in the
without-
next trip.
in next trip, I will visit their
visit.
factories, whether China, Taiwan, to see the standard of their productions, standard of their checking, standard of their quality. And I also check which countries they are exporting. They are exporting to Japan, USA, then they have a standard, quality standard, you know.
Right.
If they are importing to other countries, I have to thoroughly check their quality. I visit their quality. When I'm satisfied with their quality, then I put my brand and I import from them a first lot.
MashaAllah.
When the first lot is successful quality-wise, then we grow. We agree with them on the quotas that we should import in next 5 years, 2 years.
Great.
This is what we follow. So our quality of the brand Terminator is perfect.
And how we study the price between the good quality, and we can say we need to give also good price to the market.
Well, excellent, good question. You know what we do, once I have the sample with me, I have a team of about 14 salespeople. I give it to them. I don't tell them anything, my opinion or my feedback. I told them, you study, check the price in the market, and then come back with your suggestions.
Wow.
So they study independently, they check the market as to who is our competitor. They will check thoroughly. I give them enough time to study. They come back with the price.
Great.
Depending on that price, I will negotiate the price with the supplier, and then we decide the quantity to import.
MashaAllah. Sheikh Muhammad bin Rashid, he mentioned in my vision book, we have always to be on the top. We have always to be number one. It is not easy to reach to the top level or number one, but the most hard to stay in same level. How you continue from the first day you start your own business until today in very high and good level.
Yeah.
You would like to say something?
I'll just say, he has been working 24 hours,
Wow.
7 days a week,
MashaAllah.
and very focused, that I want this brand to reach the international market.
Right.
And today, alhamdulillah, we are exporting to 35 countries.
Wow. Alhamdulillah.
And this is a homegrown, Dubai-grown brand, Terminator, which is linked with Dubai, and is now being sold in 35 countries, only by working 24 hours, 7 days a week.
MashaAllah.
In initial 10 years of my starting the business, I had no Friday, absolutely no Friday. I was working round the clock. Can you believe it? I was around 50 years when I left Al-Fatin. I was working all alone. I will put the deliveries for Abu Dhabi and Al-Ain together in my car,
Wow.
go to Abu Dhabi, deliver, and then drive to Al-Ain in lunchtime, deliver there, come to about 1, 2 o'clock in the night to my home. I could get only 3 to 4 hours sleep. And believe me, 50 plus year person getting 3 to 4 hours sleep is very hard to work. Very, very hard to work. Anyway, I had a very good desire to succeed,
Alhamdulillah.
So I succeeded. Now, as she said, Terminator has become a premium brand. It is a homegrown UAE brand, and I'm very proud that it's a homegrown UAE brand, popularly known in 35 countries. And I feel very happy when I got a call from various African countries that we want your model number this, so many quantities. The email or phone, straight, no price negotiation. They call us. A small country like Mauritius, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Nigeria, we get a lot of calls. So I mean to say, if you feel very happy that your hard work is paying you back.
Right. I'm sure when we are success, we have to think for the future plan. Can we know what you are plan for next few years?
Very good question. Very good. I will love to answer this. Can I answer this?
Of course, yes.
I'm focusing on the business development. So I'm directing how the company should move.
Right.
I have a plan for next 20 years, not 5 years, and I'm preparing my next generation for this. I want the Terminator brand to be an international brand, like Samsung or Philips or Osram.
That is what we are.
That is our targeting. I'm preparing my team of the people to work in this direction. I already made a feasibility paper to work in this, and I'm training my daughter to move in this direction. Then inshallah we'll do it. You will see it.
With COVID-19, many companies, they update and they have some solution to sell their product and to reach their customer. We can say like they try to focus on digital marketing more, they try to send the items to the customer without the customer visiting them. What you prepare or what you add in your strategy?
Exactly what you said is absolutely right. Naturally, customers don't want to come in. So we have become very active on the website. We have a nice website. We have become very active on that. And any telephone calls, any emails, like if we get an email in the morning, it needs to be replied by the afternoon. The customer needs to be attended by the afternoon.
Right.
Anything which comes in the afternoon has to be attended to before the evening. And alhamdulillah, that is how we have seen our business grow. That customers are the priority.
Right.
They are our bread and butter.
Right.
And they are our priority.
I would like to add something to what she said. We saw a surge in the in the companies who are selling on the Amazon and noon.com, our items.
Wow.
During this period, we saw 20 companies coming to us that we want to sell your items on Amazon noon.com. And we are amazed, new company, just day before yesterday also a new company called. So we saw a big surge in our online sales. This was a very good move. Even from overseas, we found a lot of companies are calling us to sell our product online. This shows the strength in the brand. The brand has a lot of strength and a lot of quality. And as I told you, some retailers have turned us as the best quality to price ratio for the Terminator brand.
Some big UAE brand companies,
Alhamdulillah.
electronic companies have. This is their comment on our products.
Madam, as a successful woman, we would like today to have from your experience advice for our woman. What you will advise?
Good question. Very good question.
Very good question.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. All what I would tell the ladies is, first is the education. Please complete your education. And after the education, it is the hard work. And the ladies should not forget that they have to look after the house, the family. They have to, because we are from this part of the world where families are very, very important to us. The families have to be looked after. Simultaneously, they can follow their profession also.
Right.
But they have to be very fair to both of them.
MashaAllah, Mr. Muhammad, you come here 76 and you know the business in UAE, in United Arab Emirates very well. Today, we would like also to have advice from your experience for anyone who want to start their business or who want to come to UAE, what you will advise them?
I would like to advise to young Emiratis and to the investors who want to come here. To the young Emiratis, I would say this is a beautiful country, very well organized. IT structure, shipping lines, airlines, medical facilities, education facilities, everything we have here. The visionary leaders have done everything for young Emiratis. Take advantage of this. The second advice is that every Emirati, I would advise to have four things in themselves. One, D is desire. It should be a burning desire inside that heart to do something in life. A person without a desire is passes the day-to-day life, routine life. He is not energetic. And once you have a burning desire, you are active. Secondly, you must have a discipline. A child with a discipline is a very well oriented and very well business oriented child. This is data which I read in the books, right? Discipline, have a discipline, what time you should sleep, what time you should get up, what time you should have a breakfast or dinner. Third, direction. Direction. I mean, if you have decided a project that you want to work on or a product line you want to work on, then keep that direction consistent. Don't change it. If somebody has told me, no, this is not a good project, this is not a good line, don't change it. Follow your direction. As Sheikh Muhammad has said, your vision is very important and you can achieve that vision. Fourth is dedication. If you have a dedication, you will definitely achieve. Okay? So this is a very strong advice to all the Emiratis.
Great.
I will repeat: desire, discipline, direction, and dedication.
And for the businessman who wants
For the businessman,
Sorry, I will also please add, please tell the Emiratis or anyone who wants to do the business, to start the business, don't think that once you open a business, then you have your own time.
Right.
No, business needs you to be there 24 hours of the day. Get involved, do the business, be serious, be focused. It's very important.
what she said is exactly correct. I would like to add to it, For example, our company is almost on the autopilot mode. It is running. We have delegated the responsibilities, alhamdulillah. Everybody knows the jobs, And if you want, we can go out, do socializing, play golf, play bridge. But we don't do it. We don't do it. Even Friday we are working in the home. So the companies need to be under full radar or full control. This is what she is doing. This is what our finance man is doing. Even in Nairobi we have office. We are looking at the moment every hour what they are doing. So we are not free. We are not relaxed. So this is what the advice. Once you have a company which is making good money, don't get relaxed. Don't play golf, don't play bridge. Okay? Keep an eye. Number one. Okay. So,
for the investors?
Yeah, for the investor, I would say strongly recommend that this is the best place to have your investment. Why? The Dubai or UAE has a very good geographical situation, If you look at the right, there are world factories. China, Taiwan, Malaysia, all the factories of the world are there. If you look at the left side, you have big consumer markets. Africa, India, Pakistan, Iran. Just within few hours you can reach there with a good airline from Emirates.
Right.
Number one. Number two, logistic connection by the shipping. I'm really surprised that there are 400 containers can be offloaded in a day in Jebel Ali Port, which is amazing. Also, if I want my container to be delivered within 24 hours to my warehouse, it is possible. Such facilities are not available. Beautiful road network, beautiful air network, beautiful IT network, education, medical city, everything is here. So I would request all the investors to come here. Even my suppliers, they are trying to study to come here. When they came here, they were amazed that Dubai or UAE is beautifully organized. They never thought that still we are in desert, but they are surprised. I would strongly recommend all the investors to consider you. And Expo we are looking at, many people will come here, inshallah.
We are looking forward to Expo.
Inshallah. For the success, there is many people who support this success. I'm sure, Madam Hamida, there is behind you many people today. You would like to say for them thanks for their support. For who this you will say thanks? And can we know the people who support you always?
I would just say it's my husband. He never interfered with the job. Like if I would tell him I have to leave the house at this time, he said, leave an hour earlier, be there on time. So it is he who supported me. And without his support, I would not have reached here. Under no circumstances. No circumstances.
And for you, Mr. Muhammad, can we know more about who support you and what you will say today for them?
Really, I'm thankful that you're asking. First, I would thank Allah who gave me all the energies. Secondly, my parents. Thirdly, my two elder brothers, Muhammad Harun Chara and Dr. Abdul Majid Chara, who, in spite of all financial difficulties, they made me complete my education. Correct? Fourthly, to all my devoted staff who are working self-motivated, self-starting. I don't have to guide them. They know my nature. They know my education. They are working. To all my distributors in 35 countries, we have about 1,500 clients. They are all working honestly, sincerely. I have to thank all of them. And finally, to my wife. Really, she has taken over a lot of responsibility of my shoulder of day-to-day administration, IT, HR. And she has made me free to travel around the world, to look for new market, and look for new products. So I keep on traveling a lot.
Actually, you know, it's a family affair. It's a family. Like the staff is our family. They help us and we help each other and everyone works together. No, we have a very, very nice, and we are lucky to have such a staff. We're really lucky to have such a staff. Last lady, she left last week, working 24 years with us.
Wow, mashallah.
One staff who left about 2-3 years was about 27 years. 27 years.
Madam, you come in UAE 76 and mashallah until today we stay in peaceful in this country. Alhamdulillah, Allah give us these leaders which support us also with a smart government which save our time. Now we can finish our documents, we can make anything from our office. The rule very clear for everyone.
Agreed.
If you have a message for the leaders of UAE and for the government today, what you will say for them?
The message to the government would be, I would just suggest that please ask your young generation to put in more hard work into the life. Life is not bed of roses. It is not bed of roses. I just want to thank the leaders for giving us such an opportunity to work in this beautiful country with such a beautiful infrastructure and the security which we cannot find anywhere in the world.
And you, Mr. Muhammad?
You know, the vision of all the leaders has helped all the business houses a lot. They have created a situation which is unique in UAE. Can you believe 200 nationalities living in harmony? Alhamdulillah. Security, friendship, everything you find here. This is really amazing, not found anywhere in the world. Number one. Number two, they are also helping the expatriates. For example, during the corona last year, they gave some support. Government was giving continuous support, And in 21 also, they declared so many support, which is amazing. So I would appreciate that to make that they made this place not a second home, but home for all of us.
Yeah, one last word. I would definitely like to thank our Sheikh Mohammed.
MashaAllah.
I go to the government departments. Normally, if there's we get stuck with some work, then I personally go. Believe me, I love to go there. They give you so much of respect, The person on the reception to the lady, because you normally have to go to the ladies section.
Right.
You don't feel like you are going into any other country.
You are treated equally.
You're treated equally. And the other day I was standing in a queue and someone came. And the lady on the whose my turn would be to the immigration, she said, no, she is sitting first. She has to come. Like I had to go first, and then the local lady had to come.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. There we are being treated equally in the government level. We are really, really happy, and we should thank. Personally, I want to thank. I did tell the lady I want to thank Sheikh Mohammed, and maybe today I got an opportunity to thank him.
All right.
We thank you very much, Madam Hamida,
You're
for your
welcome.
time. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad, for your time and for your advice. Thank you to share your experience with our people, and we wish for you, inshallah, healthy life, and inshallah, all the best to grow more and more, and to see your company as one of international company who started from UAE.
That is
Dubai.
important, yes.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure today to meet you.
Thank you for having us
And
here.
it's a Dubai brand, don't forget.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And thank you for having us here. And if any Emirati young, if wants to come here and consult me, talk to me, free.
Thank you very much.
Anytime you can come. Okay.
And any lady wants to come, she can come and talk to me.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to all of you.
عروبتي كل